Welcome back to another episode of Mushoku Tensei Season 3. So in the previous episode, we ended it on one huge cliffhanger. So first of all, we got a bunch of lore, right, where we saw our boy Perugius, right, with his entire squad of his entourage, right, of his 12 paladins, whatever, and yeah, all of them look very, very unique. There is some kind of like lore cave that he has in his flying mansion. We don't really know too much about it yet, but it seems like it might be important later down the line, right? So that was cool. I feel like they keep feeding us nuggets of information without fully unveiling everything. They said they were talking about the entire explosion, or I say explosion, I mean the mana cataclysm, right? And Perugius, surmised that it is all a coincidence. It just so happened to happen, right? Which, because there is no being strong enough to cause it, right? That was his reasoning behind it, which, you know what, fair enough. But I'm sure there's gonna be more to it. We'll see what that's gonna be all about. And then at the end of the episode, Nanahoshi ended up coughing up blood when Sylphie tried to heal her, and she collapsed, seeming pretty done. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'm sure, I mean, I hope to God she's alive, but let's find out. So if you wanna watch this uncut and unblood, as well as on Patreon in the description, let's go into Mushoku Tensei Season 3, Episode 9. She's okay, she's alive. It's been 3 days. She's alive but unresponsive, okay. Okay, wait, I'm gonna get my notes. I have my notes again. I guess Nanahoshi didn't collapse when Rudy tried to heal her, so... Or when Rudy did heal her. Carwante. Run it by me again. The flow of mana in her body appears stagnant. Oh yeah, I mean, that's because she doesn't have any mana, right? But they don't know that, probably? Actually, they probably know that. I should know that. He's her master. I guess it's not normal even for Nanahoshi. Oh, it's so dark. That's a good point, right? That's a good point, because you wouldn't be your body if you came to a new planet with like a completely different ecosystem and all those things. Your body wouldn't be used to the natural, normal diseases that would be happening on this planet, or natural like bacteria that could be on this planet, because your body never encountered it before, right? So even if it is a common disease, like let's say a common cold, if an alien species comes to our planet, they're not gonna have an immune system that's ready to combat the common cold, right? So they could just end up dying because of it, right? So that makes sense. Drying syndrome. That's what I said in the previous episode. That reminds me of solo leveling a bit. Circles of time. Whoa!
最低限助けはする。だが最大限は助けぬ。我はいずれ復活するラプラスを見つけ、倒すことのみを目的として生きているのだから。
Okay, I mean...
ラプラスが復活する。封印といっても限定的なものなのか。復活すると。
Oh, wait, actually that's a good point.
奴のことだ。また魔族を引き連れて、人族を滅ぼしに来るだろう。そういう目的がある以上、俺たちを助けるにも限度があるってことか。七星を見捨てるつもりなのか。見捨てるとは言っておらぬ。嘘だ。あんたほどの人なら治療法を探すことだってできるはずだ。できる者が探さねばならぬ道理はない。ふざけるな。
Ooh.
助けるのは力を持つ者の義務だ。ミリス教の忌々しい教義を押し付けるな。なんだと。あんたが言ってるのは七星を見捨てるってことだ。助けるならちゃんと最後まで。やめなさい。気持ちはわかりますが、抑えて。
You're spewing some dangerous stuff here. Yep. You're in danger here. Be careful. I love you, Cliff, with all my heart. I agree completely with you, but
自分で動いたらどうだ。
be
貴
careful.
様の神もそう言っていよう。人を助けるに人を頼るなかれ。だったか。
Hmm.
七星は助けてやりたい。けど、ベルギウスにも限界がある。なら、俺にできることなんて。失礼します。七星様が意思
Oh,
を取り
okay. Okay, I was scared there was going to be a different announcement there. Whew. She's regained consciousness. Okay.
大丈夫か。
Dude, Nanahoshi has been going through a lot since she's been here in this planet. On this planet.
病気治せないって言われた。だが不治の病ってわけじゃない。治療法がわからないだけだ。そうですとも、それを探せば良いだけのこと。気を落としてはいけません。本当に辛いやつにとって気休めの言葉ほど
Yeah.
聞きたくないものはないだろう。
Yeah.
かける言葉がありませんわ。私もともとあんまり体強い方じゃなかったのよね。病気がちってほどでもなかったけど、年に1回は風邪とかひいてたし。こっちの世界ってあまり医学って発達してないじゃない。魔術があるせいか知らないけど、傷口を洗うことすらしないのよ。それで手遅れになって死んだりする人が多い。バカよね。
Infections still happen, right?
私、自分が魔術を使えないって分かってから結構予防してたのよ。
She's been holding herself up in her room, right? Most of the time.
病気になったら多分治らないだろうなって思う。大体さ、この世界っておかしいじゃない。全体的に物理法則は無視してるし。そりゃ、私だって来たばっかりの頃はちょっと面白いなって思ったよ。剣と魔法の異世界なんてワクワクしなかったって言ったら嘘になるし。
She looks so rough.
死にたくないよ、こんなところで。
Not in a place like this.
こんなおかしな世界で死にたくない。なんでよ、おかしいよ。知ってる。私8年前から何も変わってない。背も伸びないし髪もそのまんま。お腹は減るしご飯も食べてうんちもするのに、爪も伸びなきゃ生理も来ない。私はこの世界の人間じゃない。この世界では生きてない。死体みたいになってる。
Oh my goodness, Wakayama Shion. I love Wakayama Shion so much.
だって私は
ああ。
キスすらしたことないのよ。好き 気で大変だって。だから何よ、いいじゃない。私はこのままじゃお父さんの尻目にすら会えない。私が死んでもお母さんはそれを知ることすらできない。会いたいよ、お父さんに、お母さんに。覚えて、あの日の朝のこと。
This is rough.
今日は早く帰ってくるって言ってた。
This is so rough.
お母さん、今晩はサンマを焼くって言ってた。私はお父さんに、友達が来るから遅くなってもいいとか言って、お母さんに、もうサンマは飽きたって文句言って。なんであんなこと。きっとお父さんもお母さんも心配してる。会いたい、帰りたい、死にたくない。こんなところで死にたくない。
Wow, man, what a performance by Wakayama Shion.
そんなことを言われても、この世界に来た当初の俺にはきっと刺さらなかっただろう。けど、今ならわかる。何気ない家族との日
I
常
was just about to talk about that.
それを失うことの恐ろしさ。
How would Rudy feel if he was
大切な日常
transported out of this world suddenly?
俺も死に物狂いでもがくだろう。もしかしたら、七星にとって日本
Yep.
を思い出せる俺は唯一の癒しだったのかもしれない。失ってしまった日常、あの世界とのつながりを感じられる存在として。
Also, I mean, I feel like up until this point, we've seen Nanahoshi talk about how she doesn't feel like she belongs. First of all, Jesus Christ, that was a really emotional scene. Wakayama Shion, I believe it is Wakayama Shion, right? That voices Nanahoshi, I believe so. She's such an incredible VA. Anyways, we've seen Nanahoshi talk about how she doesn't feel like she belongs to this world, how she wants to go back and all those things, right? Even though we have seen her having fun, sometimes with like the other people, like the other friends and stuff like that. So it's not like she doesn't have any friends here, but I feel like we've seen her talk about how she doesn't feel like she belongs here, but actually seeing her talk about how she feels like she's a corpse here where the time has stopped for her, how she feels like an actual foreign variable of not getting any kind of natural process whatsoever, not aging, like her body has been frozen still, right? And all of the natural processes that she's been used to all her life have completely stopped for her. How like, it just feels like she is an alien for her, right? It would feel like she's an alien to this world. So it makes sense why she just couldn't get attached to this world whatsoever, because she doesn't feel human here, right? Compared to everyone else. She doesn't feel as human like everyone else does. So it makes sense why she feels like such an outcast, right? When you really see it from this perspective. That's horrible. And as Rudy said, imagine if Rudy got transported out to this world where he's actually happy.
どうした？
俺も動きます。ペルギウス様の業務に支障がないレベルでサポートをいただければありがたく思います。
おお、動くか、貴様が。よかろう。我としても七星が死ぬのは忍びないからな。
ありがとうございます。早速ですが、ペルギウス様、竜神オルステ
わお
の連絡は取れないでしょうか。
不可能だ。それに奴が現れたのは約100年前。博識な男ではあるが、
Wow, really? Only a century or so ago.
そうですか。
7000年前。
では、俺を魔大陸に送ってもらうことは可能ですか。
あ、大陸。どうするつもりだ。
魔界大帝、
Oh!
キシリカを訪ねてみようと思います。
魔界大帝、
True!
俺に予見感をくれた人物だ。
And Body Body!
何でも歴史書によれば、彼女は7000年前に勃発した神魔大戦の中心人物だった。
Human Demon War, yes, that's it. Good point.
治療法を聞くのが今回の計画なのだが。
厄介なことに、標的は魔大陸各地を放浪しています。よって見つけ出すのは困難。何ヶ月かかるかもわかりません。しかし、
七星を助けるため、皆さんにも協力をお願いします。
そういうことでしたら、私は旅の支度にお力添えいたしましょう。
ありがとうございます。ザナバとエリナリーゼさんは護衛として俺についてきてください。
お任せください、師匠。
わかりましたわ。
僕も行くぞ。僕だって故郷に帰りたいっていう七星の気持ちはわかるんだ。行かせてくれ。あいつのために何かしてやりたいんだ。頼む。わかりました。いいのか。はい、よろしく頼みます。任せてくれ。
僕は何をすればいいのかな。
シルフィはしばらくここで治療の疲れを取ってほしい。
その後は
休養が終わったら家に帰ってルーシーの面倒を見ててほしい。俺は長いこと帰れないかもしれないし、その間両親がいないってのは子供に
I was thinking about that as well. I think that would be the best for Lucy.
確かにそうだよね。ルディがいないんだったら、僕がルーシーを見てあげないといけない。
Yeah.
ごめん。シルフィは十分にやってくれたよ。あとは任せて。
でも、また腕とかなくさないでね。
Yeah, please.
感謝します。
またしばらく帰ってこれないの？
こら、アイシャ。
だって、お母さん。
何日かに一度は帰ってくるつもりだから。
今回はペルギウスの助力もある。移動時間はほぼゼロだ。いつでも気軽に帰ってこれる。
Hmm.
兄さん、気をつけて。
あ、ノルも
Warsaw was around for about a century, huh?
じゃあ、留守を頼みます。
家のことは任せてください。ルーデウス様、ご分を。
はい。
Century, 400 years, 7,000 years.
地下にまたこのような部屋があるとは。
この
Hmm.
魔法陣が最も魔界大帝に近かろうとペルギウス様はおっしゃっていました。ペルギウス様はキシリカ様の居所に心当たりがあると。無論です。しかし向こうの状況は確認しておりません。ご注意を。まあ、ダメそうなら一度戻ってきます。お気をつけて。
Turn around. Oh, she's so ominous. She's so ominous.
よし、行けザラバラも。
Okay,
こじ開けろ。
はい、師匠。
open sesame. Nice. Nice.
ところで師匠、ロボットは一体。
鋼のような体と怪力を持ち合わせた男をある
ロボ
地域ではそう言うんだ。
なるほど、さすが師匠。
Regional word. Yeah.
ここが魔大陸か。
We're back. We're back.
クリフ先輩、魔大陸は巨大で凶暴な魔物が多いですから気をつけてください。
It's been like a season and a half and we're finally back.
ミリス教徒はおそらくほとんどいません。余計なことで喧嘩をしないようにしてください。そんなことは分かって。いや、そうだな。気をつける。
Nice.
私たちは魔人語がわかりませんから大丈夫ですわよ。
そうでしたね。
師匠。
何か見えたか。
That is the place.
心当たりってここかよ。
Yeah, it's been a long time.
ルイジェルドと来た。俺にとっては少し嫌な思い出。
Oh yeah, that was some rough stuff happening in this town. Rikaris. We had a... It was a tumultuous time.
ルイニ？
Oh, that's not... This is not Kishirika. That's... Wow.
何ですの？
貴様に
Wild imagination. That's not Kishirika.
リーゼと似てないこともないが、パワーが団地だ。
I have...
とは言わないが。あざないが。
苦戦ジェマに。
So, okay. I mean, we kind of know what's happening, or we know what's happening. We kind of know that Kishirika can, like, grow, and then, I don't know if she reincarnates or something, but she's been talking about how she's, she can, I think she's been talking about that, right? How she, can be, like, bigger and stuff, and then she's small right now. I don't know exactly what she means by that. We haven't gotten any details on it, but it seems like there are times where she is bigger, right? And we also saw statues of her in season 2, I believe, when they went down to the entire ruins underground state, like thingy with Sarah and her squad, right? And they saw Kishirika statue, and she had like huge assets. So I think this is Kishirika when she's like in that grown-up form. But why do they? I guess maybe it's an old poster, or maybe Kishirika grew since the last time Rudy saw her. But did she grow that much in that time? I don't think so. It might be an old poster. It's definitely Kishirika though. Like I'm 80% sure. That's definitely in my book. Unless it's not Kishirika. Oh, hi, it's been a long time. I would never forget you. She has a really nice voice. Oh, we don't get to hear it. I really like her voice. It's a very soothing voice. Yo, Nico Mata. Nico para. Pura. Noko para. Noko para. Yep. Noko para. Gentleman. Oh, he doesn't remember him. Rudy grew too much. Doronuma. Damn! He wouldn't betray Roxy. He's not that horrible of a guy. He's a bit shady and stuff, and he's done some bad stuff, but all in all, he has really good qualities as well, as we saw with Roxy, right? Oh no! I'm guessing gone, not dead, right? Just somewhere else. Buddy! Oh. Atofe. King Atofe, not Queen. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Uh-oh, wait, I feel some tension happening here. Also, my lighting is messing with... Yeah, it's fine.
になって故郷の風景を懐かしく思えてきたのも事実ですゆえ、七星殿はあれだけ必死なのですから。
Yeah, you're completely
大
correct.
切なものを残してきたのでしょうな。
好きなやつと家族って聞いたけどな。
その二つは世には少々わからんものですがな。
お前にとっての人形だよ。
なるほど。それは確かに大切ですな。
Oh. Here she is! Here she is! She's still small as ever. Kishirika, what's up? Okay, nothing bad's gonna happen.
食べなさい。
I recognize Rudy.
なんかデジャブが。
Yup. Kishirika! She's so out of place compared to every other character.
わらわわキシリ
Yep.
呼んで
So dramatic. I'm getting severe deja vu.
お主はわらわの命を救ってくれた。さあ、なんでも願いを言うがいい。
Lament is the title of the episode. Damn! Ooh, we're catching it. We're catching it. I get so nervous. Dude, I feel like one of these days, I feel like I catch every single one of the title cards and make sure that I don't see it. And then there's gonna be like one that's going to be like a turning point or something at some point. And I'm gonna be late to it. No, please don't say Rain so. Anyways, okay, correct me if I am wrong on this. But did it say during the credits here that the what's it called, the song, the insert song, that's it, the insert song during the Nanahoshi scene, did Wakayama Shion sing it? I think so. I think it said for one of the songs there in the credits, it said Nanahoshi and her VA sung one of the songs, so I'm guessing it's the insert song during the Nanahoshi scene, right? Dude, first of all, the voice acting in that scene, I mean, I want to double check just to make sure, because I don't wanna spread like a misinformation here, but I'm pretty sure it's Wakayama Shion that was not. Yeah, it is Wakayama Shion that voices Nanahoshi, and I mean, she's an incredible VA. She was already so good, and I feel like people didn't talk enough about her performance as Momo in Dandadan. I feel like people talked about Dandadan a lot, but I never saw people really talk much about Wakayama Shion's incredible performance in it, but I think it was one of the biggest standout points of the entire show. And here, her performance, especially in this episode as Nanahoshi, has been absolutely incredible. What a great VA. I love Wakayama Shion. But either way though, we got some lore here, so the entire disease that she has seems to be very much in line with what I've been talking about in the previous episode, with how I wonder if this disease is because she doesn't have mana and the world is kind of like rejecting her in a way, and maybe this world, she would get sick no matter what, purely because she doesn't have mana while everyone else does, even like all the plants and stuff like that. They talked about how they have mana. So yeah, makes sense. It is that basically. And there used to be 7,000 years ago, there used to be a syndrome called a Drying syndrome, right? Which affected people who had low concentration of mana, right? And that was because people back in the day had less mana than now, and then they eventually adapted because of that. I'm guessing because of this giant syndrome, they ended up adapting and evolving to a point where people could have more mana coursing through them. I wonder what the start point was for mana in this world then. I wonder if there was a start point. How did it come to be? Because it seems like it wasn't always like a part of the people, right? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been a thing unless humanity. No, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say unless humanity started like fairly recently, but that wouldn't make sense because they still must have evolved from something. I want to know more about the entire lore of the world now that they've talked about this entire Drying syndrome. I'm sure, hopefully, we will get more. That'll be cool. But I'm not sure. Either way, though, yeah, as I said, that was really cool. We are now back on the demon continent, right? And we are going to go and search for Kishirika, and we are going to spend like months and months and months here, and then it ended up being like, I don't know how much time actually passed, but I'm guessing it was at max like a few days, and we found her, right? I also thought that maybe they were going to be using the entire flying like mansion thingy, flying castle, to search for her, but no, they just teleported, which makes sense. They use the teleportation circles there. I also thought something big's going to happen, something bad's going to go wrong, but once again, I was proven wrong. Everything went according to plan. Now, is Kishirika gonna know anything about it? I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will. She's going to be a golden trove of information here, or at least she's gonna give us a clue. Surely. Also, it seems like the guards are searching for her. They have an old picture of her. I wonder why they're searching for her. I don't know. But I'm sure they must have history considering how old she is. So you know what? I'm not surprised at the end of the day. Right? I'm sure it's going to play some kind of role in the story. We'll find out what it is. But yeah. Also, as I said earlier, I really like how we went more into details about why Nanahoshi feels so alienated in this world, why she doesn't feel attached to it whatsoever. And I really like how Rudy understood that and sympathized with it, even though he does not feel the same, right? He was able to see that, and he didn't sympathize because, or he didn't empathize. Wait, which one's which? I keep forgetting. I keep mixing up sympathize and empathize. He didn't feel bad and stuff like that because he felt the same way. He felt bad because he knows that if he got separated from his current world, he would also want to go back and do anything in his power to try to get back. So he knows how bad he would have felt in that scenario. So you would think that because they were both transported Isekai to this world, that would be their common denominator. But no, it's not, because of how different the circumstances were, right? Which is a really interesting dynamic, I guess, a really interesting scenario here. But yeah, fantastic episode. I'm really curious to see where it's gonna go, but I guess we'll find out. I feel like we're getting a lot of lore in these episodes, and I am loving it. I hope we get more. For now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.